These are the adventures of a temporarily out of work wife and mother, and it's time to paint. Of course, we started off prepping everything for the painting. Y'all already know what that entails, covering up all the furniture and the cabinets and the doors and the windows, yada yada. And then we went to the dreaded Home Depot and picked up the paint sprayer and the electric sander. And that was an epic fail. So I went back to get my money back, and the joker gonna try to tell me that it worked fine. I don't want to hear that. Give me my money back so I can go to Lowe's and buy my paint sprayer. And while I was there, I went ahead and got our new locks rekeyed, and I enjoyed this lesson on how it's done.
Key out, there's pins inside there that go down in here and keep it from turning.
Oh, okay.
So there's different sizes.
So how do you know which sizes you need?
It's a gauge right here.
Um,
I slide on your key and it tells you. Springs inside here. Those inside here will come out.
and then you gotta lock it in place, like. That is so cool.
Gotta make sure it doesn't come out.
Wow. Now, I try not to record the man's crotch, but Kevin said he didn't want to be on my damn video. He ain't mind if I record it, though. So here I am with my newfangled paint sprayer. I don't know why that lady's son that I married didn't just listen to me in the first dang on place. Now, he and my sunshine were tasked with painting the ceiling, but I decided I wanted to see if I could do it with the paint sprayer, and that was just stupid. I got paint everywhere. It got on the ceiling, though, but it got everywhere else, too. So I let them do what they do, and as is expected, yeah, it didn't necessarily meet my expectations because I got that Virgo perfectionism in me a tad bit. And so I had to go back and touch it up. And here's why. So here I am going back and redoing the ceilings, even the part that I paint sprayed to make sure that it was all even and the paint was evenly distributed and it looked like it was all the same color and there weren't a gang of streaks and whatnots. Once that was done, I went in and did all of the baseboards. I did the doors and the trim using my newfangled paint sprayer. And then I re-prepped the cabinets because they needed to be covered so that I could paint the walls. I also repaired the walls using some hole filler and some joint compound before I got to painting it. Now, somehow I managed not to record myself actually using the sprayer on the walls because if I did, this video would be a lot longer, but it worked the same way it worked when I was doing these baseboards. I also took some black spray paint and spray painted the light fixture in the kitchen, even though it'll probably be replaced soon, and the light fixture over the sink and in the entryway. Now, we had a globe that was over the sink, but I had to clean it because it was dirty on the inside. What I didn't realize was that frosted glass isn't really frosted. I mean, it's frosted because they spray frosting on it. So the minute I put that Zep on it, baby, that frosting started coming off. So one of my globes is frosted and one isn't, and I don't really care. I had to buy a brand new one for the entryway because it broke like 15 years ago and we just didn't replace it. For some reason, I thought that it was a good idea to sand the cabinets before I covered the insides. That was stupid. So I stopped sanding and started covering the inside. Now, this voiceover is being brought to you after several glasses of wine. So if I get tongue tied, oh well. Now, I continue prepping for painting the walls by using some of that Scotch painter's tape that's already attached to drop cloth to protect the baseboards that have already been painted, as well as the windows. Now, I did manage to capture some footage of us painting the kitchen using a brush for the cut-in method and a mini roller for the small spaces, as well as a full-size roller for the walls. It was just not enough surface area to use the paint sprayer. I also got my noonie to capture some live footage of me painting that wall over the stairs as it comes into the dining room. And that was a hoot. So I also include a snip of the actual finished product. All of our paint is Valspar and it is a silver gray color that is actually in the blue family. And this is pretty much the finished product of the walls painted. For the accent wall, we use the color called peacock blue, and that is our accent color throughout the living room, dining room, and kitchen. We only put that accent color on the left side of the dining room and the right side, right under the stair pillar. The main portion of the wall will be covered in contact paper, and that's coming up later.